U.S. national debt has surpassed $40 trillion for the first time in history.
In fact, the government hasn't balanced its budget since the late 90s. So how did we get here?
NBC News Chief Capitol Hill correspondent Ryan Nobles takes a closer look.
$40 trillion is a lot of money. So much, it's hard to wrap your head around it. It's more than $117,000 per person in this country. Or if you were to take dollar bills and stack them, you'd get to the moon not once, but 10 times. So how did we get here? In the late 1990s, the federal government was actually taking more tax money in than it was spending. This was after the Balanced Budget Act of 1997 under President Bill Clinton.
It will be the first balanced budget in 3 decades.
That year, the total federal debt was around $5.5 trillion. But by 2002, the government reversed course. After the dot-com crash, a recession, and after September 11th, the war in Afghanistan began, and spending went back up. Then, another war.
To undermine Saddam Hussein's ability to wage war.
Both conflicts continuing through George W. Bush's presidency. And at the end of his second term, the financial crisis. President Obama took office with the country hemorrhaging jobs. Unemployment eventually reached 10%, and he signed a massive stimulus package into law. Many economists thought it wasn't enough as the country crawled out of the Great Recession. But the federal deficit as a percent of the total economy had reached almost 10% in 2009, the highest since World War II, prompting a political movement and a renewed debate over government spending. By the end of Obama's second term, the yearly budget deficit fell back to 1980s levels. But overall, the debt kept rising. That's when a businessman known for his big buildings, but also for bankrupting some of his companies, ran for president. In 2016, Donald Trump said that he would eliminate the federal debt in 8 years.
And I am the king of debt. I do love debt.
President Trump couldn't stop the train. Entitlement programs like Social Security and Medicare continue to grow, and an aging population is only expected to make it worse. Plus, his first-term signature domestic policy of tax cuts didn't help balance the budget either. Then, COVID.
The House voting to more than triple direct stimulus payments to $2,000.
With the world at all but a standstill, the government stepped in to prop up the economy again. Trump signed stimulus checks twice, and then President Biden signed another, while also pushing for more spending on longer-term infrastructure projects. Higher interest rates due to the inflation crisis also meant it cost the government more to borrow money. When Trump returned to office in 2025, there was a recharged effort to tighten the belt.
This is the chainsaw for bureaucracy.
But the DOGE promise fell far short, both of its own original expectations and audits of its savings claims. Instead, the lasting impact of more tax cuts, and now another war, pushing the federal debt to $40 trillion. Ryan Nobles, NBC News.